Good morning, students. Welcome. Hope you all are fine. Today we are going to begin our poem in RR, and the name of the poem is If. Rudyard Kipling was born in India in 1865 and educated in England, but returned to India in 1882. A decade later, Kipling married Caroline Ballester and settled in Brattleboro, Vermont, where he wrote The Jungle Book, 1894, among a host of other works that made him hugely successful. Kipling was the recipient of the 1907 Nobel Prize in Literature. He died in 1936. If you can keep your head when all about you are losing theirs and blaming if on you. If you can trust yourself when all men doubt you, but make allowance for their doubting too. If you can wait and not be tired by waiting or being lied about, don't deal in lies or being hated. Don't give way to hating. And yet, don't look too good nor talk too wise. In first stanza, the poet Rudyard Kipling offers us his opinion on how to operate during times of crisis. When the going gets difficulties and things stop to work in our favor, we must not lose our composure and deal with the station at hand in a calm fashion in order to salvage. It is human nature to save oneself the blame for failures and put it on others. During times of crisis, it expected that people are going to lose their rationality and indulge in blame games. The poet urges us to not give in to the same. Hence, we see that self faith is a virtue which Kipling puts forward with high regard. If you can dream and not make dreams your master, if you can think and not make thoughts your aim, if you can meet with triumph and disaster and treat those two impostors just the same, if you can bear to hear the truth you've spoken twisted by knaves to make a trap for fools, or watch the things you gave your life to broken and stoop and build them up with worn out tools. In second stanza, the poem imparts very valuable lesson. He says that success and failure are a part and parcel of life, and there is nothing permanent about them. The poet calls them impostors, since both success and failure are powerful and have a disguise of permanence which makes a person feel either too optimistic or broken down. Who might try to break our moral by misconstruing our righteousness and virtue in a way that can be used against us. On our path to success, we might have to encounter failures, which might wipe away everything that we have achieved. If you can make one heap of all your winnings and risk it on one turn of pitch and toss and loss and start again at your beginnings and never breathe a word about your loss, If you can force your heart and nerve and sinew to serve your turn long after they are gone, and so hold on when there is nothing in you except the will which says to them, hold on. If you can talk with crowds and keep your virtue, or walk with kings, nor lose the common touch, if neither foes nor loving friends can hurt you, if all men count with you, but none too much, if you can fill the unforgiving minute with 60 seconds worth of distance, run 6. The final stanza, the poet discussed the ideal modus operandi in life after success has been attained. Kipling says that a great man is someone who fit into all sections of the society seamlessly. However, the perfect man is the one who will not follow any rat race or trends blindly and will stand out in spite of being a part of the crowd. What Kipling wants to tell us here is that success is only palatable and meaningful if it is in a nexus with modesty. He urges his readers fill an unforgiving minute with 60 seconds worth of distance run. Kipling trying to say here is that time does not know how to forgive the ones who waste it. Rudyard Kipling's If is a blueprint for all those qualities and virtues which we must inculcate within us to be able to call ourselves complete human beings, and also in order to attain true success in life. So, hope all of you understood this poem. Thank you.